Today I would like to share with you 5 Anthropologie inspired DIYs using products from Dollar Tree. Hello everyone, it's Kieran with Thrifted Living and thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I am so excited for today's video because I know you guys are going to love these Anthropologie inspired DIYs, so please make sure you hit that like button below. Liking my videos really helps support my channel, it helps more people see my videos, and it helps my channel grow. I would truly appreciate it if you could give my video a thumbs up. And after you're done liking the video, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. I love to share videos about crafting, DIY, upcycling, thrifting, just to name a few, so if any of those topics sound interesting to you, please make sure you hit the subscribe button below so you don't miss my next video. I love Anthropologie and I love the style, and I'm actually trying to kind of mix up the style in our home right now, and the vibe of Anthropologie is really kind of what I'm trying to go for. But I cannot pay that much for those products. Goodness gracious, some of the stuff at that store is insanely expensive. So to save some money and to have some fun crafting, I decided to recreate some of the looks for you guys using products from Dollar Tree. This was so much fun. I had so much fun doing all of these projects and I think they turned out really nicely. I can't wait to share them with you all. So for this video, I focused on wall decor and wall art, things that you could hang on the wall for decoration or that you could also lean up against the wall. All right, I think that I've talked enough and I would like to share with you all of the projects that I've created, so let's just jump right into it. For this first project, you will need faux greenery from Dollar Tree. I chose to use ferns. You will also need some paint, and I chose to use navy. To start, I just pulled apart each individual leaf of the fern. They came apart really easily. I thought I would need wire cutters, but I didn't, so I just separated them out and chose which ones I wanted to use. I then started applying the paint, and I wanted to apply it in a pretty thick coat. I wanted to make sure that none of the green was showing through, and I just love how the navy looks. Even in contrast to the green, doesn't it look so pretty? While the ferns were drying, I got the frames ready, and I found these 11 by 14 frames at Dollar Tree. I just took them outside and spray painted them gold. I always think that everything looks better in gold. Then I just took the inside cardboard insert of the frame and cut out a piece of foam board in the size of the frame. I used that as the backing for the picture. Once both the frame and the fern were dry, I brought them inside and I started assembling the whole piece. I absolutely love how the white and the cream look with the navy. I think it's just such a perfect combination of colors, and all I did was take the glass and put it on top of the whole project and then flip it over and stick it inside the frame. It was a very easy project to do. This next project is another faux greenery project, so what you will need is a frame. I chose a smaller size for this one. You will also need some faux greenery. I love this faux greenery from the Dollar Tree. I really love the solid color. To start, you will need to cut off some of the leaves from the piece of faux greenery. I found the ones that were my favorite. I love how these are all kind of shaped like hearts too. And then all I did was just play around with the different leaves, see what different shapes I could make, what different designs I could make. I definitely decided to change my mind at one point, and so I flipped them all upside down at one point, but that is part of the creative process. Once I had an idea of how they would look, I decided to actually attach some twine to the top so that I could use this piece on the wall. I could hang it from the wall. So all I did was take some twine that I found at Dollar Tree as well and simply tie it to the top on 2 parts on both sides of the frame. Then I placed the leaves back on the glass, and once I had them set up the way that I liked them, I put another piece of glass on top, so this project does require 2 frames. I am so excited to share these projects that used this skull mirror. I think it is such a cool piece. I love this piece from the Dollar Tree. And it has such a cool design in the frame. And another great part is that it was so easy to take that insert out. Do you guys see how I just popped it out? It took like no effort to do that. What I did for the frame was I took it and I spray painted it gold. It looks amazing. I think it looks so cool. Even in comparison to the black, I still think it looks pretty cool. So all I did was take the frame and then I just flipped it upside down, took the skull, and I'm actually going to put that part on the inside. So I'm just popping it back in, but I'm using the back of it as a white canvas. Then I took this bee that I found in the toy section of the Dollar Tree. Isn't this thing so cute? I just took it and I spray painted it. It took the spray paint really nicely. Now I'm going to attach it with hot glue. All I did was take it and really apply a liberal amount of glue on its stomach and its abdomen, and I kind of just spread it out as well just to make sure it had even coverage. Then I tried my best to center it. I tried to keep it as center as much as I could, and the good thing about the hot glue is that I could adjust it a little bit once it was actually on the piece. I did apply a little extra pressure just to make sure that it was all set. For this next project, I am using some of the Main Street wall art decals. I actually chose to use feathers in this one. So again, you are going to need some paint, and all I did was take the feathers, cut them up, and I applied some paint to the top of the feather. It did take a couple coats of paint because the top of the feather was a shiny substance and it just didn't really take the paint well, but after a few coats it did have good coverage. So for this project, I actually chose to paint the frame white. I really love how that turned out, and I actually painted the insert gray. Now the only problem with the insert is that there was something wrong with the spray paint can and it was spitting spray paint all over it, so it does kind of look a little strange, but I still think it looks pretty cool. So all I did was take the dried feather and place it right in the center of the frame. I think it looks really great, despite having the weird spray paint on the right side of it, and I think it looks really cool. I really love how the blue feather looks. For this last project, I used tissue paper garland that I found at Dollar Tree, of course, and Dollar Tree has this in so many different colors. I absolutely love it. I also used some twine that I found at Dollar Tree, and again, I attached twine on the top to make it so that I could hang this piece. This garland is fairly easy to assemble. All you needed to do was to take it out of the package, spread it out almost like a fan, and then pull each of the pieces of the tissue paper apart. Once I separated each piece, I then took the garland and just hung it from the top of the frame just to see how long it would hang and how many I could fit across the top of the frame. I then attached twine to the center of the palm, and then I attached the palm to the top of the frame. I love crafting with products from the Dollar Tree. It might sound silly to some people, but I really do get inspiration from going into the store and finding all of the different products that they have at the Dollar Tree. I love seeing the potential in an item, you know what I mean? What it could be if you just gave it a little TLC or a little spray paint in some cases. So now I would like to give you a little closer look at the projects that I have created. We don't have them hanging up in our home yet because we're not exactly sure where we want to put them. Let me share with you a closer look at the projects that I created. So this first project was inspired by all of the garland that I have seen at Anthropologie. It seems that they always have palms on things, or you know, garland, or just things hanging like fabric hanging. So I found these little tissue paper flowers. It's a garland that the Dollar Tree sells for like parties and things like that, and I thought it would look so cute hanging inside of an empty frame. I really like how this turned out. The frame was black originally and I spray painted it, and then I just hung it with this twine, and I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to hang it vertical or horizontal, and I just really like how it looks vertical. I think it gives it a little more height. My husband and I have a smaller home. I feel like the look of something vertically hanging kind of makes our house look bigger, kind of like, I don't know, like vertical stripes make you look taller. The only problem that I had with this project was I couldn't figure out what color pom to use. I have several different colors, and Dollar Tree has a ton of different colors of these garlands that you can buy. So I really like how this turned out, and I can't wait to hang it up. So the next one, okay, like, I'm not gonna call this a fail. I think it could have gone better, but let me share with you anyway. So this is a frame that you can find at Dollar Tree. It actually right now has a skeleton face inside of it, and I absolutely love how the frame looks, like the detail in the frame. The only problem with this project is that the spray paint kind of like spit out like a lot of like concentrated spray paint on it. That's the only problem I have with this. Otherwise, I think it looks pretty cool. I wish that maybe the feather like peeled off and had like a little bit more of a jagged appearance to it. It does have some, but like not really enough for my taste. So my only real complaint is how the spray paint turned out. And I think the only reason that that happened was because it was running out of spray paint. So it was like the last little bit. It was really my fault. But I think it looks really nice still. I don't think I would actually hang this one because I think it could look better. I might just try to do it again. So I thought this turned out pretty cool. It just wasn't totally my favorite because of that part. So I think this next one turned out really nice. The only problem that I see with this is that it has a ton of fingerprints on it already, and I don't think that there's going to be any real way to keep me from getting fingerprints all over it. Probably just have to wipe it down. And it actually has two pieces of glass in it, one on the front and one on the back. I thought about actually taking the leaves and attaching them with hot glue, but I just didn't want that look. I wanted it to look really streamlined and really clear, and I wanted it to almost look like they were floating there. So I actually decided to take apart two frames and then put them back to back, like just like pressing the leaves together, which I just thought I think this looks really cool, and it does make it a little heavier, but I still think it looks really sleek and streamlined, and I'm excited to hang it up. I like hanging things up with the twine that is sold at the Dollar Tree. I think it's really pretty and gives it kind of like a rustic, kind of like natural vibe, and I love how the green looks with the gold. I think it's so pretty. I absolutely love how this turned out, and my only complaint about this is I feel like you guys can't really see the detail in it and how subtle and pretty it is, because for some reason it's picking it up like really washed out. But it is this frame, this gold frame. Oh, I think that might work a little better with it a little darker. So it's this gold frame with this like cream colored piece of paper in the white background. And then I have taken the fern and painted it blue. And I think that this looks so pretty. I am obsessed with the fern. Like navy blue ferns, who would have thought? I think it is absolutely beautiful. I really love how this turned out, and as I said, my only complaint is I feel like you guys can't really see it that well. Yeah, I love the contrast of the cream with the white and then the navy. It's just everything. I really like it, and I could just do my whole room like in this like color pattern. I don't know, I just think it's really pretty. And last but certainly not least is the bee in the frame. I am obsessed with how this turned out. I absolutely love this frame in gold. Guys, isn't this absolutely stunning? I feel like the black that it originally comes in is really pretty too, but like the gold, it's just popping like with the gold. I just absolutely love it. And this bee is so substantial. Like, this is a really big toy. I feel like the bead turned out so nice in the gold, and it really picked up the spray paint really well. You know how sometimes if things from the Dollar Tree or from wherever have like a little bit of a coating on them, the spray paint kind of beads off? It just completely took it so nicely, and I absolutely love it. It was so easy to do. I can't say enough. I may or may not have bought like 6 or 7 of these frames. Like, they're just that pretty, and there are so many possibilities to craft with them. So I had to pick up several. I think this is probably my favorite, but it's really a tie between these two. I just really like how they both turned out. And that's it for my Anthropologie inspired Dollar Tree DIYs. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you all enjoyed seeing these DIYs. Please make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to check out my blog at thriftedlivingblog.com. Please follow me on Instagram at thriftedliving, and if you don't have an Instagram but would like to stay up to date with what I'm doing, you can follow me on Facebook at Thrifted Living page. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!